Hi guys, I'm glad you're all here. Thank you very much for joining me. Here's an update about that 7.1 earthquake that struck the Philippines late last night. They're saying at least 5 people have been killed and probably dozens injured. There was landslides, liquefaction, power outages, water lines, gas lines that broke. Because of the ground turning to quicksand, some of the buildings collapsed. You can see one here. Here's another image of rock slides. USGS gave it an intensity level of 9. They said it was a 7.0. It was 9, then they lowered it, and then they raised the intensity level back up. Even 52 miles away from the center of the earthquake, people were saying they had a hard time to stand up. About 63 miles from the epicenter, people said they had heard the sound of their homes moving, and it made them feel dizzy. About 211 miles south, people said they also were feeling dizzy. 206 miles south, this person was on the 12th floor of a building, said it was strong shaking, lasted for about 30 seconds, followed by another 10 to 15 seconds of weaker shaking. Another person said it was almost 1 minute of shaking. Many of these images are from Reuters. The hospital there in the capital was evacuated. In the town of Abra, one villager died when a falling cement slab in his house fell on him. Dozens of others were injured. In the province of Benga, a worker was pinned after a small building that was under construction collapsed and trapped him. Hundreds of houses and buildings have cracked walls, including some that collapsed. Several journalists who were traveling in 2 vans in one of the mountain provinces said they heard thunder-like thuds and saw an avalanche of boulders as big as cars raining down just ahead of them from the towering mountain. One of the journalists grabbed his camera and took pictures from the van. This is the probably the van that was in front of him. One person was injured when a boulder grazed the vehicle they were in. Yelling and screaming at the drivers, to back up as quick as they could. Patients, some in wheelchairs and medical personnel, were evacuated from at least 2 hospitals in Manila, about 200 miles from where the earthquake occurred. They later returned after engineers only found a few cracks on the walls. They're saying that this earthquake was caused by a fault line that runs through there. In 1990, there was a magnitude 7.7 that killed somewhere around 2,000 people in the northern section of the Philippines. Originally, the earthquake was a 7.3, then it was revised to a 7.0. They also have revised the location of this earthquake. Here is where they say it happened, but originally they said it was a little bit farther north. Now there's been at least 200 aftershocks, but USGS is only reporting 7. We got a 5.1. Let me give you the location. That is towards the east off the coast. A 5.2, a 4.9, a 4.7, another 4.7, a 4.9, and there's the initial 7.0. Now the earthquake that occurred in 1990, the 7.7, was off over here, more southeast. Fault line pressure built up. We got the subduction. We got the Manila Trench, and we also got the South China Sea and the Philippine Sea. This is slowly, subducting underneath the Philippines, and is causing uplift. This earthquake was caused by uplift. Here on Geoscope, you can see how the fault line from the east pushed up, and then let me bring this down. The fault line from probably the northwest also pushed up, which caused the ground to rise up. And yeah, we got spreading. You can see here how the fault line dipped and moved towards the east. The Philippines is along the ring of fire. Here we can see another image that fell off its foundation. This is an area where many of the world's earthquakes do occur. In Abra, the mayor of the town said the hospital there had a gaping hole in its facade. On Twitter, they have another image of a building that collapsed. And there's a video from Abra, one of the churches with a lot of damage. St. Francis Church, I believe this is. Yeah, look at all the cement that collapsed. No, excuse me, it was St. John's Baptist Church. Another Twitter post. There was a video, too, of the beach. And it showed where liquefaction had happened and cracks had opened up. Another post on Twitter showing all the groceries that fell in the store. Alright, here's the video of the beach. And you can see all the cracks in the sand. Let me bring this up. Yeah, that's a boat park there. Pontoon of some sort. See all the cracks that opened up there on the beach? Yeah, they're lucky no one got swallowed up and, yeah, died because of the result of this. Look at that. It's just, yeah, it's just utterly amazing. We got another video of inside, looks like a department store where the ceiling panels fell. Yeah, you can see all the panels up there and all the goods that fell over. Yeah, quite devastating there. Definitely are sending prayers to these people. Another video that will show you the images of the ground that cracked up, the road that lifted up. Yeah, look at that. A lot of damage. All the people that were panicked and fleeing their homes and getting outside. Yeah, look at the cracks and how the ground just, yeah, rose up. Another image of the water sloshing out of a pool. This here is a historical site. It's a 16th century bell tower that collapsed and came down. Yeah, people running. You can see parts of the stone falling. Look at that. Luckily, no one got hurt. And another video showing all the bricks that came down from these buildings, gaping holes in the buildings. And there's large cracks in the tops of the buildings. Look at the gaping hole, and there's a large crack over there on the right. There's the crack I was talking about, and the brick that fell, and the gaping hole in the building. Power lines that are down. Yeah, they lost power there. Sending prayers to everyone. If you have any thoughts or comments or questions, please put it down below. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your support. Please stay safe. Always be prepared for a disaster. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you.